Uh-oh. No, you're fine. No, Dustin. It says StreamYard lost access to the Facebook account.
So click reconnect.
Oh.
I did it when we started, but it obviously didn't go through. Because it doesn't let you go through if it doesn't have access.
What up, what up, what up? CEO Ron Wickley creating the difference. What's going on, good people? I need to see where you guys are from. So post in the comments where you're from, and if you get a chance, let StreamYard have access to your Facebook page so that I can see who actually is talking to me. If you don't do that, then it's just going to say random, stranger, danger on Facebook. So put up there where you're from, where you live. Let's talk a little bit. While these guys are getting ready to actually, they've been practicing for an hour, so they're probably pretty tired. But Dustin, he still wants to keep practicing, even though you got about 4 minutes. So tonight, we got CtD Management, Dustin Zehner, a.k.a. Mr. 4-0, a.k.a. Mr. Undefeated. But he's going against a stout competitor today. We got my man Joshua Taylor in the building. Josh said he ain't going to let Dustin win. He going to give Dustin some of that heat from the Philly Heat. Hey, look. What's that? Those are none of your words, but that's what I'm saying that your words are. Ryan Connor is here from Walla Walla, Washington. Ryan came to the EC. He got a little match action. He beat me in 4 games. So 5 games. 5 games. Anyway, Jonathan Davis says, how do you get invited? Well, first off, you got to be in the staff group. Then you got to get into one of our choice raffles that we have that allow people to get an opportunity to come visit us. Then you can pick Dustin or myself to bowl, and then you can come get yourself a whooping. We like doling out whoopings over here. So far, I'm the only one that has lost. I've lost twice, but I've won 3 times. So Dustin has not lost at all. So the management is looking pretty stout right now. But if you want to come get some of that smoke, you know what to do. Get in the staff group, get in one of them raffles, win one, and come over here and hang out with us. We would appreciate that. We like seeing people come visit us. I see Jason's from Griffin, Georgia. Well, hello. Well, hello. Ryan thinks the team's getting 20% off tonight. Well, the only way that happens is if Josh can beat Dustin. If Josh beats Dustin in the best of 5, then the whole staff, everybody watching, gets 20% off for 2 hours. If Josh does not succeed in his task, then everybody gets 10% off. So at any rate, somebody's going to get some money off. It's going to be a good deal. You got less than 2 minutes. So anyway, Rocky says, I'll be there one day. Ron, I'll be coming for you. Lefty challenge. Rocky, let me tell you something. When you're ready to come get this smoke, you know what you got to do. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to be like no Apollo Creed action. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be more like, what was it, Dolph Lundgren? Who was the guy that beat Rocky up really bad? Was it Dolph Lundgren? Yeah, it's going to be more like that, Rocky. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, we got, like less than a minute. So if you really got to throw a shot, go ahead. But I really would wish you would stop so we could actually get the party going. Can you put those in? Allie's going to put them in tournament time. Somebody said they should have Allie do a pre-tournament interview. But she said not this week. So no pre-tournament interview by Allie. John's got a question. Let me show you these questions. I can show right here. Right here. Bang. Being a right-handed bowler, that's what you meant, not bowling. How does Dustin play the 2019 USBC pattern? We're actually bowling on 2015 team pattern. That's what we're bowling on. And basically you want to, oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good to go. So they're bowling on the house pattern first, John. But to answer your question, you basically want to find an area you're comfortable with, get a bowling ball that's traction and rolly, and just kind of keep the ball in front of you and not leak it too far to the right. Because if you do, it ain't coming back. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to get into this match. Dustin gets to go first on the left lane, and we're going to watch it live. He starts off with a messenger strike, throwing that Paradox red paradigm. Hope you guys are looking forward to this challenge match as much as I am. It's our first look at Joshua Taylor. Comes from Philly. They got good cheesesteaks out there. Tony Luke's is good. So our first look at Joshua Taylor. He posted the shot. Ooh, got him a little can opener. I got to see what ball he's throwing. He's throwing the jagged edge, not the group, but the actual bowling ball. Brunswick jagged edge.
Is it not in the stuff?
So he's throwing the jagged edge on both lanes, 1 and 2. Whoa, stony 9-pin. Ouch. That's a good shot, though. This is a scratch match for those that are asking. Scratch means that there is no handicap being given. It is scratchy, 0 pins. Josh will shoot the 9-pin with his, that ball hooked. Anyway. So now we're gonna. This is my new favorite view right now. This allows you to see the score and it allows you to see lane 2 really well from 2 different angles. So we might play around with some more of this. If you guys like that, let me know. Drop a comment, say hello. He did. Dustin posted. Oh, almost a blower 7-10. Gets the 7 to fall and just leaves the 10 pin. I actually thought it was a strike too, myself. Ron, am I coming to Marietta this weekend? No, sir. There'll be no Marietta for me this weekend. Too much going on, my man. All right, so we got a spare conversion. Let's take a peek over here. How we looking? So we got DZ, not DQ. That would be Dairy Queen. But we got strike spare for him. And we got JT, not Justin Timberlake, but Joshua Taylor. He's got strike spare too. So it's tied. He said shim, and he got it to shim. Shim is a code word for please go straight and still strike. It did it. Look at this. Rocky said that Rocky always won in the end, brother. He did. He did. They're going to have Rocky 7,000. He going to just die. He just going to die. Posted it. 10 back. Josh said, look, it's going to be a match. So you better bring your A game today because he's come to play. Eric says he's from Florida. One day I'm going to come see your setup. Well, I'm going to tell you now, Eric, I like Florida. So maybe one day we'll come down and hang out with you too. All right. Jagged edge. Ooh, that's wide right. Oh, it came back. It came back. That ball was definitely wide right. And it came screaming back. Well, like we said, this is going to be a little match. We'll see management represented by DZ or Big D or Dustin Zehner. Ooh, 10 back. So we could be having a little bit of a strike fest going on here. Red Paradox versus Jagged Edge. CtD Staffer versus CtD Management. All of it's going down at the EC, and you guys are going to win one way or another. 10% off if Dustin wins. 20% off if Josh gives Dustin the heat. I'm getting some invites to Florida now. Man, I appreciate it. I'm coming. We're going to make that happen. That's true. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, got to push. Ooh, look at him. Look at him. Got ourselves a little striking action going on right here. Well, this is JT, his first opportunity to get him a 3-bagger, otherwise known as turkey. At the tri-view for you. Scoring, low view, and high view all in one. What we got? What we got? We got another 10 back. Puts his hands up in the air. Now, if that was a Fat Joe doing it, he would have told you to lean back with it. But Fat Joe's not in the building with us today, so there was no leaning back. All right. You see what it is. Tray bagger. Can he get 4? Ooh, the answer is yes, he can. So we got ourselves a little strike fest. Look at this. Rocky said no gobble around. Man, we got to save that for the fans for later. We can't just gobble it up right from the beginning. I'd be gobbling all that crazy. These guys over here striking. Look at this. Another guy says he's in Vero Beach, Florida. I like that, David. You need to come check it out. I'm going to come check it out.
Tampa and Jacksonville over here on YouTube.
Tampa and Jacksonville. It's all about the Florida. All right. Let's see if Big D can match him. Woo! He put his hand down with it. Huh! He was like throwing down the gauntlet. Or maybe he was throwing down the paradox, not parallax. Parallax would be like if your hair was done. Ryan Connor says he had a great time at the EC. Look at this. Amazing time at the EC. Hope to come back and take on Dustin next. Well, you know what you got to do, Ryan. When you one of those matches, when you one of those opportunities, and then come on back down from Walla Walla, Washington. Home of the Washington Apple. Y'all know what that is. You should go look it up. It's a drink. All right, we got Big D going for 5. Oh, we got a shaker 7-pin. Oh, he wanted that one. You could tell it in his face. That hook spare. All right. All right, so now it becomes a little bit more of a interesting match. You can see right there what the score says. It's telling you what it's looking like. We'll talk a little bit about the urethane last night, too. We'll talk a little bit about that here in a second. We're going to let Joshua peel this one off real quick. Jagged edge. Woo! Oh, he smacks it out. Woo! He liked it. He liked it. Looking like that was a hot 9, but he smacked it out for 10, and that gives him a 5-bagger. So Josh ain't no punk. He definitely came to play tonight. You can tell that. Brandon said 2 pounds of ham bone. That is. Well, that's would be that'd be 6-bagger, wouldn't it? 6-bagger would be a two ham bone. Woo! Double ham bone. That's double ham bone, right? Right there. Maybe we should. What? Oh, yeah, it'll be 8 in a row. Yeah, it'd be 8 in a row. Well, he's headed toward double ham bone status. Maybe we should call it wishbone. 2 ham bones is a wishbone. Anyway, I think about the urethane, I think it says a lot about bowling balls on the PBA Tour. I think that if you do not have one of those purple balls, you could be at a disadvantage, which is interesting. And I think that it was cool to watch, young talent win. That's always fun. Always fun. Here we go. Yeah, that one's 10 back. So we got some more questions here. I appreciate it. You guys can feel free to keep dropping questions in here. We're going to try to squeeze in as many as we can. definitely looking forward to it.
Down.
Oh, there we go. So one of our Facebook fans says we're going to be at TNBA Nationals this year. Yeah, we'll be there. We're going to be at TNBA Nationals doing what we do, creating the difference. Dustin's going to need this one. Ouch. 4? Nope, 5. 5 to the middle. So I think it's pretty interesting. Pete Weber and Walter Ray both retired today. Obviously those guys are legends. Dustin gets 2 of the 5. Those guys are legends, and it was a pleasure to be able to watch them perform in their prime. That was pretty cool. Lathan got to come to the EC, got back home safe and sound. Amazing experience. We'll be back. Competition and education at its finest. We appreciate you, Lathan, for coming and visiting us, and appreciate the comments. That's what it's all about, man, trying to grow this thing we all know and love. So this is one way we can do it. You can see the score right there. So Josh is in the pole position. He's got 2 more frames to go. Sitting on a 6-bagger. Can he get 7? That would be yes. That would be yes. So Josh has come to play. He's come to play. Look, it even says you're on a roll. So this is a 2-time ham bone opportunity right here, right? Going into the 10th frame. There's a $1,000 bonus for a 300 game, by the way. Somebody shoots 300, they get a stack. Uh-oh, that's why, right? All right. Well, that's the rail. It doesn't really matter, though. The most Dustin can shoot is 223, and he's already got that locked up. So this match is over. So rail or no rail, that didn't really matter. And he'll convert the spare. He'll be sitting in the 250 range. Now, if we were golfing, which we're not, but if we were golfing, that'd be decent. That'd be all right. Now, when we're bowling, that's phenomenal.
Oh, you didn't make it scroll.
You want me to make it scroll?
You gotta hit that.
Huh? Well, there we go. 256 for Josh. Dustin's going to finish up here. There we go. We got it scrolling across the bottom for you as Dustin finishes up. You have to make some adjustments because, he changed balls. Looks like he may have went to the daddy. No, I thought it was Obsession Tour, but we'll look and see what that was. This ain't no gimme. Oh, that's the Proof Hybrid. So he switched to the Proof Hybrid to kind of give him a different look. LJ Wright says, are those AMF and Brunswick lanes? Yep, sure are. Left lane's Brunswick, right lane's AMF. SPL and Pro Am. So the proof may be in the pudding this next game. Just saying. Because that's what Dustin's throwing. Oh, Jonathan Thompson asked who retired. So it was Walter Ray Williams Jr., WRW, and PDW, Pete Weber. I mean, those guys are legends. You only going to do this for so long anyway, and they had an unbelievable career. Woo, he throwing some double wood. What lane pattern slows the effectiveness of urethane? I mean, a lot of oil, right? The more oil, less hook. Less hook, less use for urethane. All right, 223, 256. That match is officially over. We'll go to the next game. Johnny, are bowling balls being produced at too fast of a rate? Probably. By the time you get comfortable with one, another one comes out to the market. That's true, for sure. I'm a big fan of looking for bowling balls that have some historical, use out of them by a lot of people. So, but there's definitely a lot of new balls coming out. Like, I don't know. There's probably close to 150 bowling balls out right now. All right, game 2. Starts off with the 3-6-10. Ben wants to know what's the sport pattern on their lane. They're bowling on a 2015 USBC Team pattern on 3 and 4. Let me get to 3 and 4. Spare. Let's go low. Go to the low angle. Proof. Proof is in the pudding. Gets himself a nice little strike. Bang. All right. Got ourselves a match. Richard says, do we have videos of different drills to do when you're practicing? We do. Go to YouTube. Type in my name, Ronald Hickland Jr. Type in practice drills, and you should find several videos popping up. So they got a little bit more hook on that lane. We got a 3-6. So Josh left the 3-6-10, and Dustin out the 3-6. So obviously they've kind of blown a hole in that lane, or at least blown a hole in that spot. So all right. Well, spares are good, but you're going to need some strikes to win this match. Two pin. All right. So when we go back to lane 1, we're going to play guess what he left. You don't know how to play this game. It's real simple. I'm going to put up spec, though. You're not going to actually watch the bowler. You're going to watch his ball go down the lane, and then you're going to guess what he left. I'm going to count back from 5. You're going to post in the comments what you think he left. Looks like he stuck a little bit, or slipped a little bit, but he was able to convert. Got ourselves a spare. All right. So we're going to play guess what he left. What you see on the screen is spec, though. Now, when Josh throws a shot, you'll watch the ball kind of pop up. You'll watch it go down the lane. You'll be able to hear it. And then you'll have 5 seconds to guess what he left. Remember, this is the lane that's hooking, too. This is the lane that got the pattern. This is where he left the 3-6-10. There's the ball. Ball split the 8-9 in the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he got himself a hamburger and french fries, a.k.a. a strike. There we go. Look at all them guesses. Yeah, you can tell that was 10 back. See, the telltale was the split the 8-9. See how the ball goes between the 8 and the 9 pin back here? At the end of the, that's how you know he kind of got a strike. Anyway, back to live action. A little bit high for a 4-pin. So we're close. This is going to be a good spare opportunity. Dustin's going to grab his strike ball and hook it at it. Giving it the big old wheel. So here we saw where Josh was throwing it. So now we'll do the same thing and watch where Dustin's throwing it. You'll be able to see here a good comparison between the two, kind of where they're playing at. Looks like the same line to me. Matter of fact, that was the exact same line, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he got himself a strike too. Now, look how the ball to the pins though. That ball actually went over the 9 pin there, which is kind of interesting. Normally, you want to split the 8 and 9 if you want to get a really good strike, but in that case, they're playing the exact same line on top of each other. Dustin's ball hooking a little bit less than Josh's ball is. Pretty interesting. Definitely pretty matched up, to say the least. Uh-oh. Ball goes a little bit high. He's got the 3, 4, 7, 10. So the way you shoot this is you actually shoot the 6 pin. If you shoot the 6 pin, you can shoot that 3 pin over into the 4 and the 7. That's what he's doing. Almost. All right. You can kind of see right there where we're at with the score and how it's all going. So Jared likes the challenge matches. We appreciate you watching too, Jared. Trying to entertain as much as we can, you know. Let's do this again. Let's see if he throws it in the same spot he did last time. That looks pretty good, don't it? Oh, it's wide. So you can see that ball was a little bit further right, but it hooked more too. And it actually went over, it's put the 8, 9 close to the 8 pin side. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He did get himself another strike. A little bit more room for error on the house pattern. That obviously you can see here, as all 3 of these balls have struck. So can Dustin get a double? Ring 10. He wanted that one. Definitely feeling it. All right, we'll watch him shoot the 10 pin. CtD spare ball. Let's go back to the screen again. Let's see. But you can see both those guys are on top of each other, so that's why the lane's transitioning pretty quick. Like they're dead on top of each other. So currently the score is Josh is up 1-0. We'll take a peek. See, similar line. Ball went over that ball went on the right side of the 9 pin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he got himself another strike. So you can see how much room they have, right? You can actually see every single one of these shots here has turned into a strike. But you see that the laydown's the same and the launch angle is pretty close. So they're throwing the ball right on top of each other, and they're doing a pretty good job at repeating shots at this point. Four pin. So lane 2 appears to be having a little bit of hook now to it, and as a result of that, he went a little high there. He'll go across lane, giving it the good old hook. All right. So let's go again. This is kind of useful, right? But first, before we do that, let's check in with the score. So it's close. Dustin is on a strike with 99 in the 5th. Josh is on a spare with 83 in the 5th. So Definitely still a close match here. We'll see what happens. But we're going to watch Josh on Specto here. We're going to kind of see the deflection, how the ball goes through the pins, if he's repeating the shot through the front portion of the lane. All that kind of matters. So we'll take a peek and guess what he left. There's the ball. Split the 8-9 right in between them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that definitely was a strike. That was like 25 pins back. That was actually a perfect strike because it literally split the 8-9 right in half. Like, that was really, really good shot. So putting the pressure back on Dustin. Ooh, he wanted that one. He wanted it, and he got it. 10 back. Can he get himself a 3-bagger? Oh, he likes it. Oh, 3-6-10. 3-6-10. Now you go back over here and you look at that last ball. Didn't look that much different, but obviously it was because he's got 3 pins standing still. Score check. So now in the 6th frame, Dustin's got 126 and Josh has got 103. But Josh is on a strike in the 7th, and Dustin was on a strike in the 7th too. So really, this spare kind of helps Dustin quite a bit here, and he converts it. All right. So we'll see Josh here on lane 2. Working on a strike. This is a big shot for him. He needs this to kind of pull up even with Dustin. Throwing the wood. Throwing the wood. Left with the 10 pin. He'll shoot that. He doesn't have a spare ball. In fact, he's throwing a reactive ball at his spares. So I'm curious to see how that works on 3 and 4. 1 and 2, not so much. There's a lot of pile in the middle to help push your ball to the right, but 3 and 4, that won't be the case. So be interested to see. David asks, is this a scratch match? It is a scratch match. There is 0 handicap going on right here. And that lane's still hooking, 3-6-10. That lane's giving them both a little bit of issues. But it's because they're on top of each other, right? So you can see they're on top of each other. And as a result of that on top of each other, this lane's breaking down faster. So got to make adjustments. A little bit faster than maybe you normally would. So I shoot the 3-6-10 with the strike ball. Conversion, spare. So 146 in the 7th for Dustin. And Josh has 123 in the 7th. So this is a big shot for Dustin. He can begin to put this match away. Oh, he liked it. He liked it. He felt that one all the way to the bank. Let's talk max scores here. So max score for Josh is going to be 190, right? And Dustin, his max score is actually 220, 226 to be exact. So really with the 190 to 220, Dustin just really needs the mark here and it's over. So we'll see. Yep, 10 back. So that'll effectively seal the deal here. So now we are going to be in a 1-and-1 situation, and the bowlers are going to have to change. They're going to have to go over to the sport pattern, which is the USBC 2015 USBC Team pattern. Ball, we got a ball request. All right, let me call that in real quick. Bear with me. Can I get a ball return on lane 1? Ball return on lane 1. All right, we'll take a quick second break here while we get a ball return. Like I said, this match is effectively over. And we're going to be all tied up going to the sport pattern, USBC Team pattern. One last peek where Dustin's kind of throwing the ball there. Ball went over the 9-pin. He did get a strike on that shot, believe it or not. So if they have to come back over here, it should be interesting because obviously with what they've been doing and with the way things have been going, the lanes are breaking down pretty quick. So how many lanes are in the center? Well, that would be 4. We got 4 lanes here. Let me show them to you. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dustin's going to make a ball change. He's going to grab a shiny arrow. Arrow. That was Omni, not an arrow. Omni. Omni went straight. Straight, very straight. Probably don't want to use that one. Anyway, so now Josh will get to finish up here before they both go to 3 and 4, the other pair in this building, where the USBC team pattern awaits for these guys. Goes a little high, leaves a 3-pin. Ryan then said, "Are you sure you didn't miscount?" No, sir. No, we didn't. No. Only 4. So really it's like the amount of licks that it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop plus 1, because that would be 3. 1, a 2, a 3. That's when he crushed it all up, and then he ate it, and he was like 3.
That was the sound of all the people who are too young to understand what you're talking about.
Man, if they don't know what I'm talking about, that's all right. That's all right. And we got ourselves almost bucket. Anyway, 176, 223. We will switch lanes. Switch gear. Get these guys over to the other pair, 3 and 4. 3 and 4. And get them a little bit of practice, just a little bit. Like 2 shots each. That sounds fair. They're nice and warm. You get 2 shots each. That's it. 2 shots each lane. Yes, sir. That means you can throw 2 on lane 4 and you can throw 2 on lane 3, but no more than that. See? This guy knew what I'm talking about. Us older guys know the Tootsie Pop commercial. Absolutely. My man, Anthony Simo's in the building. He says he can confirm they're a little different. He can confirm because he's been here. He has seen the EC. Anthony, you see our new floor we got, bro? Got some new flooring action, man. So just trying to make it a little bit better, you know. Anything that we can do. Shout out to Anthony Simonson for having a good week at the World Series. He was on television. Little Fox, little FS1 action this week, doing what he does best. So good to see that. Looks like Dustin's got some super chunky ball going on over there. Let me see. He got some super chunk. Blue hammer. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. He may the blue hammer. I'm curious to see how this pans out. That's not what I would expect, but at the same token, I mean, hey, whatever works. Uh-oh. Josh looks like Josh is going to throw a shim wrecker. So Josh may throw the shim wrecker, and Dustin looks like he going to throw old trusty blue. Bluesy hammer. Outside, too. Playing that 2-board. I had this friend named Billy. He said, I want to be able to bowl out there like that sometime. And I told Billy, you come on down to the education center. We can put out a pattern, make you play out there too. So if you want to learn how to play outside, man, just come on down to the EC. We'll take care of you. We'll get you to play outside. Ooh, hey, man, ain't y'all strikes done? Y'all done yet?
That's 2 for me.
That's 2 for you? No, did you throw your 2? Well, then throw your 2. You tired? Really? All right. He don't want another one. Fair enough. They're done. All right. We're back on it. So 3 and 4 USBC team pattern. The guys have changed bowling balls, changed lines, and now they're going to give it a whirl again and see what they can do. Dustin's going to lead us off first. Throwing the blue hammer. Woo! Blue hammer. 30 years old. Still got it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. Actually, it may be 40 years old. Because actually, that ball came out in the 80s. Because it was down with the ladies in the 80s. So that's definitely what? So that
I'm not 40.
That ball's 40 years old. I bet you it's close.
You want me to look it up?
No, I think it's close. All right, anyway, we're going to watch Josh now. Josh is playing a completely different line than Dustin's playing. Throwing the shim. Uh-oh, he said, oh, no. Oh, no, 3 off the right. Did not like that one. Actually, he got 4. See, I told you had a practice shot in there. Now, it says 4. What 4 did you get down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah. Oh, the 8-pin's gone. Wow, he took out the 8-pin. He has the 7-pin still up and the 9-pin still up, but the 8-pin is gone, as well as the 10-pin, as well as the 3 and the 6. So that's a very odd leave. Okay, without the 6 and the 10 then. Hey, look, you go over there and bowl. You don't worry about me. You worry about bowling. Let me worry about this over here. Anyway, so 44. And Josh will now try again on lane 3. Now, here's the difference, people. This is not like what you just got done watching. So this is not going to be 250s and 260s. I mean, if it is, that'll be great. But I'm not expecting that because it's a lot flatter pattern. Somebody said that blue hammer Dustin's throwing isn't as old as Simo's grenade. I don't know about that, though. Blue hammer might be just as old as that grenade. There we go. He gets him a strike. So it's early. We don't want to use the low view there. Now remember, everybody watching is going to have an opportunity to get a discount. So no matter who wins tonight, if you stick around, you get a discount code and be able to get you some discounts on CtDBowling.com. Hooker blue, got a hook. Ah! That was one of the ugliest strikes I've ever seen in my life. But they all fell. And we are playing how many? We are not playing how. So it's all that matters. I think I saw a little bit of the lane get chewed up on that shot, though, as Dustin is throwing 10 grit on the lane. At least it looks like 10 grit. It probably is 500, but it looks like 10 grit. That looked good. Oh, it hooked. Hooked. 3, 6. No, 3, 4, 6, 10. Makeable. Not easy, though. Got to shoot the 6-pin. 6-pin, hit the 6-pin square in the face. 3 takes out the 4, and you take out the 6-pin as well, or the 10-pin as well. Like this. Like that. Just like that. That's how you do it. Woo! Hope you guys got to watch that at home. That was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. Not every day you get to see a split turn into a spare, but today is one of those days. Anyway, so that keeps the pressure on Josh, but Josh is a pretty stout competitor here. He's definitely knows what he's doing. See how he makes an adjustment on this lane after the 4 count. All right, 2-pin. What up, Alex? I'm good, my friend. Just living the life. And this is true right here. Tom Dury did have a pretty ugly win, but he won. That was pretty funky. That is correct. It did come out. So the Blue Hammer did come out in the 80s, just like the Tootsie Roll commercial. That's true, too. I'm pretty sure if I was betting, it was 82.
That's older than me.
Huh?
That makes it older than me.
But 82, with this being 21, oh, it wouldn't be 40 then, huh? It'd be 39. Oh, well. Now go look at it. We gotta have somebody look it up.
I tried. I couldn't.
It's gonna be hard to find because it's 39 or 40 years old. But you may find it. All right, Josh. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that's good. It looked good off his hand. 110. So this is not a split. This is technically a spare because the head pin's there. So if you leave anything and the head pin's there, it's not considered a split. The way you want to shoot this is you want to go on the left side of the head pin. Shoot the head pin into the 10 pin. Hook. Ooh, that was close. That was the right way to do it. Okay, so look, somebody else says, Ryan says the blue Fab Ball Hammer is 33 years old, and it was 88. Wow. I was thinking like 82. With the CtD Pro Shop course, get my foot in the door for drilling balls. Yes, that's exactly what it's for. We had 2 guys this week getting that done. Uh-oh, dice off the table. We're going to need ourselves a new shooter. Now, look, somebody else says the black. Okay, so he says the black hammer was 82. Oh, well, I got a black hammer. I got an undrilled black hammer in there. I thought the black hammer was 80, like 80 even. And then Hooker Blue was 82, but I don't really know. So, oh, well. Goes back at it. Spare. Got ourselves a dash spare. Oops, sorry. All right. So that keeps it interesting. We are almost halfway through game 2. I'm sorry. This is game 3. We're almost halfway through game 3. So it hooked again. This time we got a 6 count, which means that 9 pins in there. Oh no, wrong. Just 3, 6, 10. Just 3, 6, 10. You can kind of see from the spec though on lane 3, they're playing all over the place. Like it's everywhere. It's just not easy. We'll shoot the 3, 6, 10 like so, and there's a spare. All right. So in the keeping it clean fashion, Dustin is still clean through 5. Now that gutter on the spare hurt him because that would have gave him some additional pins, but still being clean at least allows him to retain the lead at this point. Technically, Josh could throw a 3-bagger and have 84 in the 5th. Well, I guess that'd still be down though. not like that one. He leaves the 1-8. So we've seen some very odd combinations being left for sure. So the 1-8 is once again not a split. It is very hard to be able to pick up. And we have now found the black camera came out in 83 and the blue was 88. So
That was off of the USBC approval.
that was directly from the USBC approval dates. So there you go. Shooting the 1-8. Got to get them both with the ball. And he did. Nice spare. Nice spare. Oh, so Doug says that the 1982 was the first urethane ball, which was the AMF angle. Okay.
I could go back to where I was.
All right. Here we go. Let's take a peek. Uh-oh, didn't like that one either. We got ourselves the 136. So you can really see how much different this is compared to where we were. And these guys are strike machines, and now they got to be spare kings. You know what I mean? Strike machine, spare king. Ooh, nice spare. Nice spare. So here we go. Ooh, that was looking like another dice off the table, but it stayed on the lane. He was looking at 2-4-8-10 as well, and he ended up with just a 2-4. So that went from pretty rough to doable. Oh, we got another historian. Albert says Fabo Enterprise was formed in 1978. That was the year I was born. By John Wonders and Earl.
Wikipedia, I just read it.
Oh, and then in 1981, they created the second urethane ball on the market, and Hammer was born. Allie was calling you out, Albert. She said you copied it off of Wikipedia. I was saying I don't really care as long as it's legit.
I mean, it is Wikipedia.
Anyway.
Who knows?
So Dustin did chop that spare. That gives him his first open of the day, or first open of the game. It's a little rough, no doubt. Doug says that the angle was about 80, 81, 82 onwards when the other manufacturers jumped in. So he's saying the AMF angle was the first urethane ball.
I can't even find that on USBC.
That's because USBC wasn't around back then. No, I'm joking. It was actually called ABC. That's called ABC back then. Oh, got a hook. Ooh, he says yes. And he needed it to keep the pressure on Josh. This is what's known as a grind match because there is no high scores, and it's just about staying clean, making some good shots, hoping that the pins may fall your way. I mean, you can see, look, like I said, they're pretty much all over the place. And even if I switch lanes and go to 4, you can see they're all over the place still. So trying to figure it out. Definitely not easy today. He posted it. Oh! Crushing 9-pin. One thing you don't like is it's hard enough when you have to hit the pocket. It's a whole other deal when you hit the pocket and can't carry. You just got to mentally get out there and shoot the spare and go to the next frame, you know? Just like that. Yes. So Walter Ray Williams Jr. and Pete Weber both retired today. Legends of the game. You know, Pete Weber was on a rap track recently. You probably didn't know that. But he actually was on a rap track with Big Sean. It didn't say featuring Pete Weber, but Pete Weber was definitely in the song. And it was definitely Pete Weber. So I got to find the name of the song. I'll find it. But Pete Weber was in a rap track, just in case you didn't know that piece of information. Needs a good pitcher. That's definitely a good pitch for a strike. So they're bowling on the 2015 USBC Open Championships, the team pattern. So the song is called Overtime. If you go look up Big Sean's song called Overtime, you will listen at the end of the song, you will hear Pete Weber's doing his thing from the US Open quite a while ago. It was pretty awesome when I first heard it. I was like, that's Pete Weber. Anyway. Uh-oh. He said, come on. He wanted it to get it, and it got over there. The bird dog was hunting, and he found himself a goose. Anyway, that probably didn't make any sense, but I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the goose part. He got himself 10. He's going for him a turkey. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Get a little air on his hand. It's calming down after that explosive outburst. Now, that lane's been hooking. It's been hooking, and it's still hooking. So he's lucky to get just a 6-pin, but that lane definitely is hooking, and it continues to hook. So he'll shoot the 6-pin spare. Let's get a little scoring update here. So Dustin has got 149 in the 8th. And it looks like Josh is on a strike in the 8th. So Josh can get to 140 with the double, which means he needs to throw a double here. So we'll see how this goes. Like I told you, it ain't no 250s, 260s over here. You get 200, you're doing good. Needs it. A little fast, a little right. Got himself a 2-4. Thoughts on the Roto Grip UFO? Good piece. Traction ball. Hooking it at the spare is tricky, and that would be why. So anytime you go to shoot on a sport pattern, you bring the lane into play, especially when you're shooting spares. And that can be tricky because, you don't necessarily know what your ball's going to do. So got to be careful with that. Doesn't necessarily mean not to do it. It just means you really got to be careful shooting spares on the sport pattern because they are not easy. All right, going to the 10th frame, 136. Oh, goodness. That's a great pitch, and it just didn't fall. So from a scoring standpoint, that's going to put him max at 156, which Dustin already has that beat. So this game will be over too.
Delete.
All right, he's going to finish up there. Got him a strike. No, that's good because you still have next game to go. Well, that's not right. I unfortunately did not hit save, so we gotta save it. There we go. 10 back. Dustin's going to finish out this game. He'd get himself a nice 199. Billy, you're sitting here watching some of the action. Why don't you tell me what you see right now?
I see a good match going on. I think Dustin's got the control right now. He's got a good look. Just keep it on the lane.
He's got to keep it on the lane. Got to keep it out the gutter. You want to keep your thoughts and your bowling ball both out of the gutter. If they go in the gutter, it's bad. He did a little ball change there. It didn't really matter. So we'll bowl another game. We're going to go to game 4. It's going to be on 3 and 4. USBC 2015 team pattern, a.k.a. sport compliant, a.k.a. not easy, a.k.a. slap your mama, because you're not going to be striking a lot on this pattern. And don't slap your mama for real. All right. Well, Dustin's going to end up with 187, and Josh ended up with 156. So we will go to game 4, and we will let these guys get it going. We will get started. See what can happen.
Somebody asked your thoughts on the proton physics.
Somebody had a question about the proton physics. Another good piece. Something that you may want to look to add to your arsenal. Looking for a piece that's a little bit on the stronger side. Traction ball. Uh-oh, that's wide right. So that's the difference. On a flatter pattern, when you miss right, it stays right. Like if that was on 1 and 2, it's 10 back because it's going to come back. But not over here. Over here, that's going to hang, and hopefully you can leave. You leave something you can make. So we'll take a 3-prong approach here. 3 different views: high view, low view, score view. Spare. Will CtD have a booth at USBC Open Championships? The answer to that is no. We've tried to be able to do that, but it's really only set up for bowling ball manufacturers, and we're not a bowling ball manufacturer, so technically we don't fit the mold. But who knows? Things may change. So that gives Dustin a nice little strike to get going in match number 4. Remember, this is best of 5. First one that wins 3 games will be crowned the champion, get $500, and an opportunity to say they won on a Wednesday. Hooker blue. Oh, stone 9 with the hooker blue hammer. Alex is looking for a traction ball, as Ron would call it. I'm considering the legacy, but I'm also leaning toward reality. So the legacy is going to be earlier and more total hook. Reality will be a little bit longer and a little bit more angular, but both those balls would fall into that category of traction. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. Spare ball at the 9 pin. Conversion. So there's the score. Strike spare for DZ, and we got a spare working for JT. Another question. What about Bowl Expo? We will be at Bowl Expo. CtD will be at Bowl Expo. We'll have a nice little booth. Come by, say hi. We may even have something we're giving away there. Always a fun time. Hanging out, meeting people. One of the things that we missed a lot with the whole COVID situation. So looking forward to being able to do that again, hopefully this summer.
I'm looking forward to food. I miss the food when we travel.
Oh, Alex says she likes the food. She likes to eat. Eating's good. Anyway, so JT, Josh Taylor's got himself a strike now working in the 2nd frame, going into the 3rd frame. Let's give him an opportunity to actually pull ahead here a little bit. That lane is giving everybody problems. There's a lot of hook over there. A lot of hook. Here's a question. Where's Bowl Expo at? Bowl Expo is in Louisville, Kentucky. So we will be there. And hopefully we'll get to see you. That'd be great. So he'll be shooting here. Be shooting this. What is that? 3-pin? Yes, 3-pin. Hook past it. Got to be careful with those spares. I told you, it's really tricky when you start to bring the lane into play on sport patterns. So got to be careful. Anyway, so we'll see Dustin here on lane 4. Gets him another strike. Swisher 10. LJ Wright says, who does the female voice belong to?
This is Allie.
There you go. Now you know. All right. Dustin in the 4th frame here. Oh, ring 10. Watch in the upper left-hand corner. You'll see the 6-pin zing around the 10. Actually, that was flat. I stand corrected. That was a flat 10-pin. So, Dustin will now get a chance to convert 9 spare. Just go hard and straight at it. Like so. All right. Strike spare, strike spare. You know what happens if you go strike spare the entire game? What you shoot?
What do you shoot?
You shoot 200, and it's called a Dutch 200. Now, why is it called Dutch? I don't know. I just know that it's called a Dutch 200. Now, here's another question for you. If you go 9 spare every single frame, you know what you shoot?
What do you shoot?
198. That's almost 200. That'd be enough to win probably most of these matches on 3 and 4. All right. We're going to have Josh here throw us a good shot so we can watch it. Watch it go through the pins. Watch it go through the pins. 2-pin. So he's got to make an adjustment. It's hard. Like I said, I mean, anybody, it's easy to watch and be like, whoa, blah, 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 blah. But the truth of the matter is, when you're in the heat of battle, it's a lot harder to think. It's a lot harder to make adjustments. And things that you think will work may not always work. He's going for the hooking again. And I missed it again. Yep, you got to be careful. We talked about this already, so you know what's going on. What advice do you have, if any, if you're bowling on a wet, dry house shot? You need a control bowling ball, or something that's controllable. You want to control the lane pattern. So a smoother bowling ball, traction ball would be good to smooth the lane pattern. Lots of surface to blend out the wet, dry. That's my suggestion. Uh-oh, wide right. Woo! 10 back. 10 back. I thought it was wide right, but that lane's been hooking, and he just proved what you need to do when you think it's wide right. You need to make it go 10 back. I keep forgetting what is the move of leaving a 10 pin. So it depends on the 10 pin you leave, right? If it's a flatty 10 pin, that means your ball's not creating enough angle, which means you could probably move one board to the right to square up a little bit. You get a little softer with your hand, or you get around it a little bit more. All of those things will get the ball to go to the pins a little bit better. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So it's not the end of the world here because he's up, right? He's up. He's got 70 in the 4th compared to 57 in the 4th. So it's not the end of the world. Definitely not what you want, but not the end of the world. I think we're going to clean this up a little bit over here. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Got a rebound. Uh-oh. Oh. Ooh. I almost went back to back in the channel. 2-pin. All right. Well, that changes things a little bit. Allie, we need a little score correction here. It gave him a double gutter when it really should be gutter 9. So we'll get a little score correction there, and Dustin will be able to bowl on lane 3. Now, one thing about it is you got to be okay with getting it out there. Because if you're not okay with getting it out there, then it's possible that, you ain't going to make a good shot. But as long as you're comfortable trying it again, that's all that matters. This is the lane that hooks. All right. 6-10. All right. So remember, these have been grind out games, right? These have been games where the guys have just had to figure out a way to grind out. Oh, Doug corrected me. Look at this. There's a spare. Doug says 9 spare every frame is 10 times 19, which equals 190. So I thought it was 198, but I guess it's 190. Well, there you go. See, there you go. That's why I love this sport. It's always about an opportunity to learn. And you guys are learning something too. We're all learning together here. There's a couple morals to the story. One moral to the story is don't hook it at single pins. The other moral of the story is don't throw it in the gutter. The gray board does not hook. We are still waiting to see if we can get a ball hooked from the gray board. All right. It's a big shot here. Ooh, that was a big shot. Big shot. And I'll tell you why it was a big shot. Because it gives him a double, which now gives him an opportunity to have 80-something in the 5th, which will then really put him close to Dustin now. So that was a big shot. Things can change in a minute. Now remember, though, this is the tricky lane. 3 is the tricky lane. Because 3 gives a little hook to it. All right, let's see. He needs it. Uh-oh. Woo! That was 10 back. 10 back for the triple pack gives him a 3-bagger or a turkey or a gobble. And yes, 9 spare all the way across, as Doug had told us, is 190, not 198. Hey, 190 is a pretty good game. Now, it ain't looking like it's going to be enough here, but we'll see. We still got some more time. We got 4 more frames of hot action left before we decide if we're going to game 5. Dustin did a practice swing there. Got to keep it loose. Got a hook. Got a 2-8. All right. 2 and the 8. This is what rolled for Tom on that championship show to get him $100,000. They both fell. Dustin's only bowling for $500 though, so it didn't fall for him. Needs both of them. Throws the reactive ball that goes for the hook and gets them both. All right. So let's take a little scoring peek. So you can see now how the tables have definitely turned, and those strikes count a lot. They count a whole lot. So we will see here. Give it a little try view. Actually, can we get the quad action going? Look at this. All 4. Ring 10. Ring 10. All right. Well, that means that Josh has got the pressure on Dustin now. So I'm just going to see if he can keep putting the pressure on him or what's going to happen. Going for the spare. Converts. So here we go. What is this? Steve says, good evening, Ron and company from what? How you pronounce that?
Eufaula?
Eufaula.
Eufaula?
Eufaula.
No, you.
I ain't falling nothing. You falling. All right. I need you to put, Steven, I need you to can you spell that out where you can do the pronunciation? Yeah, phonetically. Because I think it's Eufaula, but they said it's.
Eufaula.
They think the E is silent.
No, it's like Europe.
Europe? That's not how you spell Europe. That's definitely not how you spell Europe. Stephen, is the E silent?
Eufaula.
Oh, Eufaula. Okay, here we go. Big ball. 10 back. That right there is what you want to call a barn burner because he got himself a ham bone. Now, if I had myself a pit grill, I would put myself a hog on there and I'd put some coals underneath it. And that would be a really good ham bone. But I don't have a pit. But I got a friend who's got one. He has a stainless steel top on it too, so it doesn't rust. It never rusts. Anyway, back to the action. Oh, look at this. He said hook, and it did. That gives him a nasty 5-bagger, which is going. So that gives him, see, so Dustin can max out for 30, 60, 96. And JT is putting the boots to him right now. So this match, we may have to go to game 5. Okay, so let's see here. So it is pronounced Eufaula, and it's definitely not pronounced Europe. David, it's not pronounced Europe. I can tell you that. 100%. Eufaula. And that is them falla. Them pins, them falling. They falling right now a lot more for our man JT than they are for DZ, but nonetheless, they falling. So, Ron, why is everything from Facebook? We are not chopped liver in here. Of course not, Robert. It ain't just from Facebook. It's from YouTube and from TubeU and everything in between. He said the E is silent. Well, the E is silent. We know that now. That's why it's Eufaula. Dustin needs some follow of the pins. You know what I'm saying? He changed. Woo! He done said he gonna go to the paradox. The OG paradox. So let me tell you something funny about this guy, right? So Dustin's got every single bowling ball known to man. I mean, literally every bowling ball known to man. And the other week, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy me some more red paradoxes. And I said, why? You got every ball known to man. And he said, look, I like the paradox. Rolls good for me. So I'm gonna go buy some paradoxes because I like it. Sure enough, he bought 3 of them, and sure enough, he definitely is striking. And now he went back to the original OG paradox. Look at this. The spelling E is silent. Now, David, I'm going to agree with you, but that is definitely not Europe. Europe is not spelled the same way as Eufaula. You know what I'm saying? They're 2 different places. Europe is this big old country, and Eufaula is this city. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Locked up. Akon, locked up. Hang on. Man, I don't know what's wrong. Like everything is wrong. Like, go look at lane 3 and try to fix it because it's looking really bad right now. Lane 3 is broke. Like it's broke. It's like broke, and the E is not sounding like Europe. It's definitely completely broke. So while we have this official TV timeout. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, we can just wait. We can wait. We're going to have to go to game 5 though. Yeah. So now we got legs on 3. we have a split. We have split legs on 3. Split legs on 3. And yeah, this is getting kind of interesting. Now, I've never seen this kind of jam before, and it's not a jam that you want to have happen in the middle of a match for $500. Nonetheless, we're gonna have to sit here and let Paul fix the lane. So I apologize while we have to wait, but hopefully you guys can hang out and maybe we could talk a little bit about some other things like Eufaula. So what goes on in Eufaula? I want to know what happens in Eufaula. Like, is there good bars there? Is it good for cow tipping or Eufaula is a place? In Oklahoma, it's Eufaula, Oklahoma, and the E is silent, but it's not spelled Europe. Definitely not spelled like Europe. So look at this. See, Albert, this guy here, he's either Googling everything or he may just be Wikipedia because now he's like blackout if Brunswick or interlock. I'm assuming if it's AMF. So Albert, he's given us, this is definitely AMF. So we actually have two sets of pin setters here. We have AMF and we have Brunswick. And right now we're on the AMF pin setters. And on 1 and 2 is the Brunswick ones.
Eufaula is a very small town.
Where's that at? You can't be just talking. You got to be showing it up. Where? Oh, Eufaula has 2,800 people. So that basically means that it's kind of like a village. Uh-oh. You okay down there, Paul? Is that a yes?
You can see him moving around.
Oh, he's still moving, so that's good. That's good. We cannot have any sort of fatalities happen during the live stream or just ever. We just can't. I mean, we can't. That sounded pretty scary. Did it not sound scary to you guys? I'm pretty scared. I'm over here. That thud was that bad earlier today. There was a thud earlier that I dropped the bowling ball upstairs and everybody's wigging out over it. So anyway, as we wait, what's going on, my man? See, I got people on YouTube. Everything is good except for this lane breakdown. Doug says, is this the Peterson trying to ice Dustin with a breakdown? I don't know. Dustin's the one that did it, though. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Paul, you okay? Thanks for answering.
I don't think he can hear you.
No, you can't hear me. There we go. Now you're getting to see the back. Oh, snap. Paul, you all right? This is getting a little scary. I might need to change the screen. All right. All right. Ron, thoughts on the afterburner? Looking for a good medium to dry ball. Afterburner is a decent medium to dry ball, so no worries there. If you want to get that, I'd say go ahead and add it to your arsenal. All right, so you're getting a fresh rack. Now remember, what did he leave? He left like a 3-pin? It was just in a funky spot, right? It's in a really funky spot. Just like that. That's about how they fell last time. All right, so a day and a half later, he will now shoot the 3-pin. Spare. Well, so here's what's interesting. We're going to be all tied up. What that means is we're going to have to go back to lanes 1 and 2, and we're going to have to battle it out one more time. So Josh is on a 5-bagger. The match is clearly sewed up. They will not get any practice when they go back to 1 and 2. They will go right into the game. And you'll get to watch it here live. 10% or 20%, that's going to be a good question. What they're going to get tonight, 10 or 20%. That's a good time to leave that split. So 2, 4, 8, 10, inconsequential, doesn't matter. He'll hook it. Ooh, shot him all over there. Almost got it. All right, so we're going to need to go ahead and set up lanes 1 and 2, and they will go right into competition. 185, 201, and it is now all tied up 2-2. We will go to a powerful game 5. So, Billy, let me ask you, what do you think are the keys to success bowling on the house pattern on lanes 1 and 2?
I think you really got to let the ball roll to get good carry here. Throw it fast. It usually tends to leave something. You just got to let the ball roll real good. Just have a good roll on it.
So you got to let the bowling ball roll. If you let it roll, you got a chance. If you don't, well, then you're probably going to be going home early. So anyway, they get no practice. These guys get to go right into it. Dustin will get us started. The final countdown begins now. What was that? Were you saying something?
Nope. I'm typing the scores.
I think you were singing.
Definitely not.
I think there was some singing going on, but anyway. What do we got here?
Josh had 201. Dustin had 105.
Yep. So it is all tied up 2-2. What it do, which means we're going to a final game. This is for all the marbles. It's for $500 and 10% or 20%. Make it rain. Big hook. 2-4. All right. Ron, we need an alley bowling in a challenge match. Well, that's not really her forte. She's more, she prefers to do more in the back. All right. But, I mean, you never know. Maybe one day. RC says he misses bowling with Allie. They're buddies.
I really liked bowling in that league. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Is there going to be a CtD booth at the USBC Open Championships in Vegas? We are going to have in the pro shop, we'll have a CtD display. So come to the pro shop, you can see a CtD display there for sure. All right. For the marbles, lanes are playing a little bit different than these guys last. Remember, as both of them now have missed in the first frame, Josh will be shooting the 2-5-7, and Ali will be correcting the score because he gave him 8 when really he got 7. Spare. Nice conversion. So we're all even after 1. That's a terrible view. And that's an even terribler view. Anyway, let's fix that. All right. That's what we wanted to see right there. The scores. Bang. Spare. 9 frames to go. Somebody's going to win. Who's it going to be? Uh-oh. Ooh. The 10 pin. RC joined CtD. His average was 145. But now, 160. Moving on up. That's what we're about, man. Trying to help every bowler get a little bit better. Tips and tricks. No matter whether Josh wins or loses, he's going to be able to get a lesson tomorrow. So that'll be good regardless. Hard to straight to spare. Do you guys personally think it's best to hook at single pin spares or go straight? We do not recommend hooking it at any sort of single pin spare. The reason being is there's no reason to have the lane in play. As soon as you hook it, the lane's in play. So straighter is greater at single pin spares. Dustin, he's staring at it. He's looking. He's wanting to make sure they're gone. They are definitely gone, sir. Definitely gone. All right. Look at this. Do you got, hang on, that's not what I want to show you. It's this one. I just left my local pro shop and bought another Black Widow 2.0 with a pin down. My other one's pin up with massive back end. I got a friend who's got 3 Black Widows, and they're all different services, and he uses them in league, and he bowls really good. So best of luck to you. I want you to go bowl really good in league too. Let's see what happens here. Ouch. A lot of hook on that lane, and he paid the ultimate price, full price. Do CtD shirts come in red? I love red bowling shirts. They actually do. If you go to the website, we've got, I think you can type in red as a color, and it will allow you to see all the red options that we have. We've got some red options, blue options, green options. You name it, we got it. Lamar. Ron, I'm so proud and happy for you from where you started off in Burr Oak to where you are now. You really built the brand. We really built the brand together, my friend. It's a team effort over here. And without people like yourself supporting us, we would not be able to do the things that we're able to do. Like watch Dustin shoot this big 4. Can he get all 4? All right, so it's going to be 6-2. So, big frame here. Whoever figures out that left lane is going to be the winner, I think, because left lane is Toriki. What balls are they using? So Dustin's throwing, looks like it was the Obsession Tour, and Josh is throwing the Jagged Edge. High flush. What's turnaround time on a true cut pad? I have a tournament weekend after next and was going to order some this week. We're quick. If you order before 2 o'clock, it ships the same day. If you order after 2 o'clock, it goes the next day, Monday through Friday. So go ahead and get that order in. Actually, what you should do, Steven, is watch this match, decide whoever wins, they get the code, use that code, and then buy the true cut pads, because then you're going to get a 10% minimum or 20% off if Josh has his way. Little try view. So this is a big shot here because he's on a strike in the third frame. So this gives him a pretty big lead if he can convert another strike. Ooh, ring 10. All right. So that makes it kind of close. Now, he's got to throw it hard and straight, but he uses the fact that the pattern's got a lot of volume to allow his ball to float to the right. So shouldn't be an issue converting the 10 pin here. Yep, just like that. Levi Allen says, glad to see all is going well with CTD. Appreciate that, Levi, and glad to see that you're tuning in, checking this live stream out. It's a barn burner, man. It's close. It's close. You see right here. Dustin really needs to get this one going. Oh, throwing some wood. That's what it's going to take. That is what it's going to take to win this match. So you can see the score right there. You can see where these guys are at. He's throwing the Obsession Tour from Hammer. One of them there hammers. A lot of them there hammers out there in the field right now. Hammer's got some pretty good pieces out there in the marketplace. Market's responding well to him. This will be one of them. But does he make the right adjustment here? Oh! Right now. Woo, he said, let's go right now. Yes. I don't know if he was talking to the pins or he was talking to Josh, but he was talking to somebody. What's your opinion of the RSTX1? I put mine at 1,000. It seemed to blend good, but consider taking it up to 2,000. Good ball. I think it's an opportunity to adjust the surface to get it to where you want it to be. So definitely don't feel like you can't touch the surface of that ball. It's probably good to try it at 2,000 and see how it rolls. Anyway, let's see what Josh does here. How does Josh respond to that? Gets him a little swisher. Hit. So Dustin could technically, if he strikes one more time, he could have 76 in the fourth. And then Josh has 79 in the fourth. So Josh needs to continue to strike to keep putting the heat on Dustin. My man says just signed up, doesn't have Facebook. That's okay. We do a lot of stuff on Instagram as well. So you'll be able to be clued into what's going on with us at CTD. Big shot. That was lane that hooked. That was the lane that's been hooking. And we got a 3-6-10. So yeah, I think the left lane is the lane that determines the winner because that lane sucks. It hooks. If you want to come visit us at the EC, you can get an appointment. You can go to ctdbowling.com, click the little 3. Uh-oh. We got a little choppy action going on here. That could be trouble. Anyway, ctdbowling.com. Ali will post a link in there and give you right to where you can get a opportunity to come visit us and get an appointment. So that changes things. Spares are key. especially when you only got 4 frames left. So we'll see what Dustin does with that. He's on a double. Big shot. Big shot. And he swishes them out. Look at him. He likes it. 3-bagger or a turkey or a Robert says that it's Dustin, it's go time. Well, it's definitely go somewhere. He says, Jack says, did I ever rep for Jason Couch back in the day? I did have a chance to help ball rep for Jason Couch at a couple points in time, actually, when he was competing. Talk about a Hall of Fame career right there, too. All right. This is the lane that hooks, remember. Got to figure out. Okay, all right. 10 pin's not bad. No, that's a ring 10. Not bad. So you can see now with that strike, the spare becomes even more important, right? Because it keeps the heat on Josh. Got to make the spare. Converts. All right. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. How far in advance can you schedule a lesson at the EC? I think we're 6 months out. And then you can go to the EC. You'll see a calendar it's under a thing called Calendly. And you can schedule out, I think, 6 months.
I can post the link. Where's that at? It's coming from Facebook.
Yep, that's a Facebook. Antonio Hillenbrand. All right. Let's see what Josh has got. He's got to start striking. If he wants to win, he's got to start striking. He fell off the shot. 2, 4, 10. Not good. Not what you want to have happen. Oh, Doug says that Dustin is like PDW versus Belmonte. You asked for it, you got it. Perfect. Says he's going to follow CtD. We appreciate that. And he's shooting that spare. He'll take one. So 115 in the 7th. Dustin is on a 140 in the 7th pace. So we're getting to a spot to where we're going to have some strikes here. Josh is going to have to throw some strikes. It's not over. We still got 3 frames left, so it's definitely not over. All right. Look at that. Look at that. You missed it, right? Watch this up here. There you go. Now you got to see it. So there's a strike. All right. So here's where we're at. Let's take a peek. Dustin can put the boots on him if he can throw another strike here. But this isn't the hard lane. It's the left lane. That's the hard lane. So this should be a pretty good pitch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, it's not over. 5 count. Half. That is not good. This is what's known as a Greek church. Now, I'm not 100% sure why it's called the Greek church, other than that's just what they call it. And for some reason, people say that's what a Greek church looks like. I don't think that they bowl in a Greek church. So I don't know that this is a good representation of one. But nonetheless, in bowling lingo, this is known as the Greek church. It's makeable. It's not easy, but it's makeable. At least get as many as you can. All right, he'll take 3. So let's look at the score because that changes some things. So now he's got 148 in the 8th. And the most that Josh can have in the 8th is 145. So technically, Dustin still has the upper hand. But that kind of forces it to go to this 9th and 10th frame now to see what's actually going to happen. See, Brian first said 20% off fans leaving the stadium. And then after that frame, he says, 20% fans re-entering the stadium. That means they don't know what they're doing. Big shot right here. It's a big shot, and this is a hard lane. Ooh, that was a big shot on the hard lane, and it was 10 back. As Allie was almost messing him up with her sneezing. And then she actually excused herself afterward. Woo! I've seen professional bowlers get really disgruntled about that kind of stuff.
Well, Dustin's not a professional.
Dustin is a professional.
No. Obviously. He didn't care.
All right. So here we go. Nice frame. It's a big shot here for Josh. Big money shot. He posted it. Oh, just a smidgen high for a 4-pin. Just a little bit high. All right. So that means he's going to have to, he need to get 2 in the 10th to put some heat back on Dustin. Goes for the hook it again. Made it. All right. So you see what it is. He can go 185, which would really just force Dustin to mark. And the 185 is assuming he throws the next 3. Let's go back to the score so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So there, if he throws all 3, he'll have 185, which will force Dustin just to mark. He's in a must-strike situation. Ouch. So he'll shoot the split. That will end his chances. He'll end up with 160. Dustin has got 158 already in the 9th, so that will wrap this up. And Dustin will be your champion for tonight. Well, that definitely was exciting. Glad to be able to do a little commentating for you guys, and you will get a 10% off coupon effective now. All you've got to do is go to CtD Bowling and you type in this code right here, CtD CM10. Now, what does that stand for? I don't know. But if you use it, you get 10% off. No, why don't you tell them what CtD CM10 stands for? Because it has nothing to do with Europe.
Well, CtD is the name of our company. So that one's self-explanatory. CM is for Challenge Match.
CM stands for Challenge Match. Does that have anything to do with the E being silent in Europe?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, we got ourselves a final score of 187 to 160. We'll have these guys do a little commentating of their own, telling us a little bit about what they saw out there. And remember, you can go to CtD CM10 or Creating the Difference Challenge Match 10, right? That's what it stands for. And get 10% off for the next 2 hours on some CtD products. So just bear with us one quick second. We're going to get a little camera action going here and spin things around and allow these guys to tell us what they saw out there. It's a good match, by the way. Thank you guys for both bowling. That was a lot of fun. It was definitely a little bit scary. Definitely a little scary. So we'll switch it over here. There we go. And there we go. There we go. Perfect. What? Oh, let me go to the lower camera, as Dustin says. Look at that. Woo, CtD CM10. Like Europe without the E. Anyway, so nice bowling, you two. Why don't you guys explain a little bit about what you saw on 1 and 2, a little bit about what you saw on 3 and 4, and then when you went back to 1 and 2.
All right. So first of all, great match. That was awesome. I love bowling matches like that. And on 1 and 2, I was originally lined up with the Red Paradox, and just wasn't confident in it. So after the first game, Josh already had me beat. So I used the entire field to try 3 new balls, and that's where the Obsession Tour came from. And we were pretty much right on top of each other the whole time. So there started to be a absolutely massive hook spot on lane 1, excuse me. So I moved way left of it and just changed my release at the bottom and just got around it more. Then on 3 and 4, going into it, I really wanted to try urethane after watching Ron's ball reaction on Monday, him throwing a bigger traction ball because he wants it to hook and just roll. That's why I picked urethane. It was both good and bad. But coming back over here, like I mentioned, the hook spot on lane 1 was just killer. And I just moved left of it and just changed my release. What about you?
So on 1 and 2, I just found a pretty nice line with the jagged edge. And then, as you said, it started the hook. So I just kept moving left. And then I felt like I was pretty lined up for game 2, but you just took it away that game. But then on 3 and 4, I really couldn't find a spot that I liked until I threw that jagged edge on the outside in that game 4, where I came back and made it into game 5. But then on game 5, I felt like I was like pushing something that wasn't there. So I think that's where it all messed up, is where I just tried to force something that wasn't there yet. And I didn't have enough time to make a ball change. So that's what happened with me.
All right, we appreciate you guys coming out. Definitely, we're going to make this a win-win for everybody. Tomorrow, Josh, we're going to spend some time together on a lesson. And Dustin, congratulations on your 5th win, making you definitely the one to beat, because you're undefeated so far. So you have another match tomorrow. So tomorrow will be another test, another opportunity for you at home watching to be able to get yourself 10% off if Dustin wins, 20% off if the challenger wins. And we want you guys to check us out again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So on behalf of Dustin, on behalf of Josh, I'm Ronald Hickland, and we appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with us today for another CtD Challenge Match. You got about another hour and 45 minutes to use that code CtD CM10. That is how you save 10% off at CtD Bowling. With that being said, I'm out here. Talk to you guys later. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, he's pointing the code. My man's pointing the code. All right.